Trainers got off of vacation 2 weeks ago, then a camp. So you guys know how camps are. I'm sure you guys are in camps right now too. It's all day, and then you train afterwards. So the days are pretty long, but that's what we do, right? You probably would love to do something. Anyone would love to do something like we're doing, right? I'm dog tired. You probably can hear it in my voice, but haven't been live in a while. I wanted to just spit some thoughts to you guys before we get into the gym. First thing, and I'm getting right into it. I feel like there's a lot of selling going on, and I feel like I want to sell too. Selling is good, but I want to serve here as well, so that the serving hopefully leads to a sale. Duh. But increasing capacity. I've talked to some trainers about the capacity of their sessions based on the goal size, and something that I'm getting back to some fundamentals here too. Quick little fake right there, y'all saw. Getting back to some fundamentals myself, thinking about the capacity of the training sessions and increasing the capacity based on the number of goals that we have. It depends on your training style too. Like if you're a skill enhancement trainer focusing specifically on that, you probably might have 50 people on one goal. And that's a joke, but that's also serious too. I've heard that more often, more frequently, and I'm not sure how exactly that works. I haven't seen that work yet, but I'm sure people do that. But it is smart. It is smart to adjust your capacity, right size your capacity based on the goals that you have. I got about 7 points here, so I'm going to go through those. 2, track at least one metric. My thought is active client list is always something to track. It's kind of hard to track active clients if you got Cash App or Venmo or PayPal or Zelle, and you're taking those as the main form of payments versus having something automatic. Automatic can help you have an actual number of active trainees. So having a count on that is one metric that I think is important. Another one is operating capacity, seeing, okay, I got 2 goals and I can handle 10 trainees on my own, making sure that you have 10 trainees instead of 5 consistently, because if you have 5, you're at a 50% operating capacity. That ain't where it's at. You might need to take that full court rental and make it a half court rental instead, and rock out with that until you get to the number of 8, 9, or 10. And even then, when you get to 11, 12, it still might be a challenge because you might need to bring in some help and you got to pay that help. So then that kind of takes you back down in that economy of scale, as they call it. That's another thing. Track at least one metric. You might be able to save some money or really bust your behind and get some more people in the door if you understand what those metrics are and understand what you need to do out of it. And it doesn't have to take that long. It literally can take 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I would say find out what school districts are calling days off, teacher development days, if there are half days, if there are national holidays. Take those, find those in each school district, the most popular school districts that patron you, and then have a skills clinic or a camp on those days. Increase the value. I would say number 4, I think, is increase the value that we're providing so that we can increase or improve our retention. We are definitely on the way, if we're not already in a recession. We're right there, right? So I'm thinking that we are usually the first entity, the first business that gets canceled if you have price conscious customers. Now, that could be an argument in favor of the recent post on Rolex training versus Walmart training. Do you have big boot camp style training sessions where you have a bunch of kids in the sessions, or do you have more of a boutique style where you have less numbers and higher price point? Shout out to Jordan Lawley for that terminology on that. That's where I'm getting that from. But you think, how can you provide more value? How can you increase the value by beating the customers to the punch? Whoever may want to actually cancel their subscription, you might change an offering or add online training or add more training sessions, or start stretching in the sessions, or start adding performance training or nutrition or mental coaching or something, right? To beat them to the punch before they think. Every time they get that charge, they're like, I don't want to keep doing this. You want to keep that in mind. I'm doing that myself. Everything I'm saying here, I'm reminding myself and trying to take action, so I'm not a hypocrite when I'm talking to you guys. Number 5, squeeze the heck out of the summer months. I just got told that by one of the trainers I respect the most in this industry. He just said, squeeze the heck out of the summer months. right? This is the time of flourishing, and we want to make sure that we maximize it. That's why we're doing these camps. That's why we're doing the 8-9 hours a day with the group training sessions, appreciate you, thank you, I need that, with the group sessions, with the private sessions. When we get to the slower months, and I think it gets slower for everybody. Even if you have a grand master plan for elementary school, middle school, rec league, winter league, even if you have a grand master plan, I still see it slowing down some. So I am learning to preparing to reduce expenses. We'll talk about that later. Reduce expenses, but try to increase the revenue. Hope for the best, plan for the worst type of mindset. So squeeze the heck out of the summer months was number 5, and see if you can save now in planning for winter, planning for Q1 of next year. Number 6, work backwards. Can you plan out all your skills clinics for the rest of the year and work on the important stuff so that the important stuff doesn't become urgent and important? That's something that I literally just asked for some help from a teammate to look at all the calendars for the school districts in our local proximity to see when are they out of school, why are they out of school, is it true? So can we start planning these skills clinics, which I see many people do. The top tier trainers who have been in this game the longest and who have their own facilities, who are building up their facilities, expanding their facilities. They got their camps scheduled out for the rest of the year. So that's something that I'm starting to do more often now. Did it for the summer months, but have not done it yet for the end of the year. So just trying to work backwards and plan so that we can work steady, work slowly, smartly, because steady is fast. Slow is steady, steady is fast, from what I'm hearing. And what I believe, too, is nice to not have to rush. If you guys play, you guys hoop, obviously, right? So nobody wants to hoop. Nobody wants to be at Russell Westbrook speed all the time, right? Sometimes you want to be a J Kidd, a Chris Paul. Sometimes you want to be Jalen Brunson. So that's what I'm learning here, too, when it comes to the business side. And the last thing, great, how are you doing? The last thing is pull out the budget and update it, man. I thought I was doing decent with this, but I wasn't. Going to QuickBooks and then going back to the Excel spreadsheet to see, okay, definitely over budget here, definitely over budget there. Too many hours spent on this. It's more of a time budget. I haven't really done the time budget as much as I should have, but it's also a financial budget because there is a time cost associated with the financial cost that we have for somebody else, for us, all across the board. So the real thing is making sure that we pull out that budget, update it, prepare for the worst, work for the best, have a budget as well as if we needed to include, side note, I have a budget for you guys. I did put Jalen Brunson in the same sentence, man. Those two are GOATs, but Jay Brunson was look, I love Chris Paul. First off, let's set the tone straight. I've taken pictures with Chris Paul, went to the Wake Forest camp, played against Chris Paul, I've seen him multiple times, favorite point guard of all time, but I guess the reference was more so for the speed changes, was more so for the pace of play. That's funny, though. That's funny that you catch that and said that. But as far as the budget goes, we've got a budget for trainers for free. If you guys want the budget, shoot away. Man, I use the shoot away. I love the shoot away gun. I'm using the shoot away gun honestly today. So shout out to the shoot away. But use the budget, update the budget so we're not over budget, so that we see that, one, we are going to have to probably be more lean when it comes to the winter months, but we know what those numbers are, and we have a budget for personal/business expenses for the basketball trainers. So DM us if you want to get that. And last but not least, you can save time with certain tools too. So you might be spending hours every single night or hours one night a week trying to schedule your calendar for your trainees, for your parents, but maybe you can purchase a software that can save you 4+ hours a week, like the Playbook will do for you. That's my pitch right there. That's my pitch. Maybe you can start to have an automated text message tool or email tool that can talk one to many, so you don't have to spend hours on your personal phone texting parents about updates on your calendar or anything else that you need to actually talk to them about. That's important too. So hope this helps. I'm going to prepare for the rest of my day, get ready to go to the gym, and I haven't done this in a while, so I wanted to share this stuff that I'm thinking about going through with you guys. Check out what we have to offer, our free content here, and better yet, do it, please, and let's have this dialogue back and forth so that we can learn from each other. Appreciate you guys and for the comments. And Jalen Brunson's nice.